I have spent so long trying to fix everything, and it's finally worked. And all the other ones now turn on as well. Oh, great. Mother of Christ. I hate PlayStation. Right. Brief explanation because we don't have a lot of racing left. When the first safety car period came out, for some reason, PlayStation decided it was a great idea to sign me out of everything. Okay, it signed me out of PSN, it signed me out of YouTube from my account because it signed out of PSN. I re-signed into everything. I joined in at about lap 12 before the halfway mark, and nothing worked. The invites didn't work. I had to reset the game to get them working. I tried to get the stream back up and running, and that wouldn't work either because there wasn't any connection going through to YouTube. So I had to reset my console, sign out of everything, and re-sign into everything again. Now I'm finally streaming, and it's lap 22 of 32, and I'm pissed off. Ah, just really, really pissed off. My goodness. So fed up with this at the moment. Haven't had this issue in any game ever. But tonight of all nights, my PlayStation or something decided to sign me out of everything. So apologies for the lapse from where the stream ended to where the second stream has started. I've done everything I could to try and restart as soon as possible. But hopefully we'll be able to capture the end of this race. And it's turning out to be a fairly interesting one. Because we've got Spilly and Crichton, our two championship protagonists, at the front of the field with Spilly leading. Now, with this sort of position, Spilly won't be able to keep the championship fight alive. He's 38 points behind Crichton. He needs to outscore him by 8. And with Crichton in P2, it just won't be enough. So if Crichton just stays where he is from here to the end, he will become the Season 5 Pacific Tier 1 Series Drivers' Champion. Oh. Down towards Tamburello they come. Crichton closes in, not by enough to attack though. In the meantime, Izzat has retired. We saw that briefly. He retired in the pit lane. He crashed out at Tamburello, dawdled about the circuit, and then retired in the pits. Jack, so I'm not sure. Brock, I was that busy trying to gather everything up. I did notice, though, when I came back on lap 12, I wasn't able to stream it because it couldn't connect to YouTube. I did notice he dropped down to 11th then. So, I don't know. It had to have happened when... somewhere between the first safety car period and lap 12 or so. Somewhere in there. I mean, we saw what happened to Jax initially where he lost control at Piratella. He might have done a similar thing. Lost even more positions. He's currently on the soft tyre. So he'll be planning to go to the end of those tyres as well. But his race is effectively over unless there's a safety car. And even then, it won't be easy to come up from 11th through the field because a lot of people will pit onto the soft tyre if a late safety car comes out. But Crichton, he's still working away here at Spilly, up towards Tamburello, closing in by a lot, showing the nose, but not going for a move. He's just applying pressure to Spilly, making him nervous. He doesn't want to do anything silly, Crichton. He knows he's got the championship in the bag, as Bags goes into the pits. Come up towards his pit stall. Front wing change, no, this is just a regular pit stop onto a set of soft tyres. He did 16 laps on those tyres, by the way. Keep that in mind. And he's pitting for fresh softs. And he has no front wing change either, so he didn't come in because of damage. So maybe these guys are going to be on the precipice of making it to the end. Having done 16 laps as well, and that is... Oh, it's Leo. He was in 4th. made a mistake just after Aqua Minerale, and he's left the session. So he just quit on the spot. And his AI will drive the rest of the race for him unless he's able to rejoin. Oh, I've got a headache. I don't think we'll be doing interviews tonight as Crichton looks but doesn't go for a move. Partly because of the headache, but mostly because I have no idea what's going on. Rest of the field is fairly well spread out by this point too, so this is the only genuine battle. We do have Jax closing in on Macedonian, and he's on the soft tire as well, so he'll be able to have that advantage over him, that speed advantage. Heading down into Ravazza. That's one of the things I love about Imola as well. Everything's got corner names. Don't have to remember corner numbers. And all of them are good sounding corner names as well, as Jax uses the power of DRS to swoosh around the outside to take the lead, to take ninth. To common a sight with Jax in the lead. He's done it a lot in Elite Series. To his credit, he won the Pacific Elite Series. He's won the championship. He's had a fairly dominant season in the Sunday Championship. As Leo has rejoined, so that's good. He'll be able to finish the race, and his car's on soft tires as well, so he'll be able to enjoy those soft compound tires. Try and push hard. Pray for a safety car maybe. Round Toza. So you've got all these nice names. You've got Toza. We're coming up towards Piratella now. This is turn 9. Down the hill towards Aqua Minerale. Definitely one of the coolest sounding names for any corner in Formula 1. Up the hill towards Variante Alta. Through the chicane they go. Then down the hill towards Ravazza. Very easy to cop a warning through here. We can see as well quite a few drivers have penalties. Top two though don't. We'll come onto the pit straight. We also have this part as well. This chicane. That's Variante Bassa. That used to be part of the layout in the early 2000s when Formula 1 last ran here before COVID came around. There's little need for that section of the circuit now. It makes Tamburello a bit of a better overtaking opportunity. That chicane taken out. Spilly's just missed the apex a little bit as Will overtakes G-Force Ford. He's on fresh mediums. He's doing well on those tyres. I wonder if any of these guys are in puncture territory. Definitely these medium runners, I reckon. I mean, they're going to do a healthy amount of laps on these tyres. So, they'll be pushing it. As Leo overtakes Macedonian. That was down the pit straight. Just before Tamburello. You can see Crichton just biding his time. Pushing too hard. He's got a full battery to his disposal. Spilly doesn't have a full battery, but he has enough, I reckon. There's Crichton. He's not even using DRS. Look at that. He wants to just follow Spilly about and not make any mistakes rather than battle. I mean, I'm sure Spilly is liking it, but in terms of gamesmanship, not exactly the greatest thing to see. You want to see them battle, you want to see them duel. Perhaps we'll see it towards the dying few laps. We'll see them battle a bit more. Really? I didn't know Jax did that. That's quite a performance if he has. Qualified 4th out of 4,500 plus people in an F1 Esports challenge. Pretty solid effort. Jax is definitely one of those really, really gifted youngsters that I keep seeing every so often. Over in the Americas, there's a couple of kids. As Crichton again showing the nose but not going for a move. A couple of kids by the name of Passassin and Cos Cameron that I've seen come up through the ranks in the American side of things. They're really, really rapid. So much so that Passassin has wrapped up the America Series Championship here in Race Spec. He's absolutely dominated. Winning almost every race he entered in except for one at Barcelona. A driver by the name of KD 1997 ended up taking that win. It's good to see the sort of next generation of F1 Esports drivers coming through. Having started my F1 commentating career back in F1 2019, seen quite a few drivers come and go, quite a few drivers stay. But it's always interesting to see the new blood come through and see how they perform. Obviously, Jax is one of those who we'll expect to see towards the top of the table if he joins next season, for season 6. Oh, as Crichton, he's all over the back of Spilly, but he's just playing around with him at this point. He's not really going for any sort of move. This man, though, is definitely going for a move. Will, around the outside of turn 1, he'll get him before the braking zone at Tamburello. He is through into 5th place. He'll try and close in on Scotty. He does have a penalty, though. Has 6 seconds worth. Spicy, who currently occupies P3, has 3 seconds too, next to his name. If that increases to 6, that battle between P3 and 4 might become, I was going to say a bit spicy, but then I realised you can't. But it would become quite spicy. Scotty's holding his own in P4, hasn't got any penalties. This is a very Scotty thing to do. He's very good at this. He's a very clean driver, keeps it well within track limits. He still has very, very competitive speed. You can see Will, he's on the back of Scotty coming out of Ravazza. Down the pit straight we go. Down the final corner, crossing the control line. Here comes Will. Should be a fairly simple move, it will be, as Ford gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, dear oh dear. You see him pull away through Tamburello. That superior grip on those younger tyres really helping him out. Spicy in P3, just needs to keep his head down and he'll secure another podium. Meanwhile, these two are still just playing with one another. Oh, a bit of a moment there from Crichton as the car steps out, exiting Aqua Minerale. Did he enter at Spa? Oh, Jackson's out. Oh, that's right. He was disqualified from Austria. That's right. Or was he? I'm going to have to look at the championship. Crichton. Will he go for the move or will he let Spilly have it? Hello, Jax. Big smash there at Tamburello. 2 drivers avoiding. Pretty well. Oh, hello, Crichton. Gee whiz. The Big Sen trying to scare Spilly. Yeah, that's true. I vaguely remember Spa. I do 11 million streams a week. You have to pardon me in my memory. But I don't forget the gap between Spilly and Crichton in the championship. Spilly will look like he will take the win here, unless Crichton does something stupid, and I don't think he will. Spilly comes out to Ravazza for the final time. He'll take the win here at Imola. Be very happy with that, I'm sure. But Crichton, a very interesting celebration. We'll come home in second and will become Season 5 Drivers Champion. Spicy will complete the podium in third with Will in fourth place. Wogboy in fifth, Scotty in P5 because of penalties. GeForce Wogboy in P6, then Bags in seventh with no penalties next to his name. Solid effort from the Williams driver. Leo will be our next finisher with 9 seconds worth of penalties. He should hang on to P8 quite comfortably. Car behind him, GeForce Ford, has got 11 seconds of penalties. Yeah, he'll cross the control line there. There we are, 8th place. Ford is the next car. This is the line in 9th. Will he hang on to it though? Macedonian, he's just out of that 8-second range. I don't think he'll overtake Ford. He won't. He'll stay P10. Oh. Spilly given driver of the day. His performance. The final results screen. The first the podium celebrations. Congrats to Spilly on another victory here in the Pacific Tier 1 Championship. But unfortunately, it's not enough. Crichton will claim another title. I believe this is his 5th in a row out of the 5 seasons we've had here on Race Spec Esports. He's won every single one of them in Pacific Tier 1. He's remained undefeated. Here are the final results for now until further steward intervention. Spelly taking the win by 7/10 of a second to GeForce Crichton in P2. Spicy in P3, then Will complete... Spicy completes the podium in P3. Then Will in P4, Scotty in P5, Wogboy in P6, Bags in 7th, Leo in 8th with fastest lap, Ford in 9th, and our final finisher, Macedonian in 10th. Though Jax is classified, so he might get the 11th. He's only 2 laps down at the end, so he might actually get points. We'll wait and see. But Isaac Push and Jamie definitely won't. Now, normally I would do podium interviews, but after all the frustration I've been through with this console, having to sign in and out of everything more than once, and missing out on half of the race, I don't really have any questions to ask. Oh. Hopefully we'll be able to have a cleaner stream next week for the final round. Hopefully my PlayStation doesn't just sign me out of everything, which would be glorious. I've never experienced that before, where it literally signed me out of everything for some reason. I re-signed into everything and nothing worked. The invites didn't work, the stream didn't work, so I had to reset the console, get that all fixed. I had to re-sign into everything again. I had to do these privacy settings when I restarted the console for my PSN account. It was so strange. Like, I have absolutely no idea what happened, but hopefully it won't happen again. I hope. You never know. You truly never know. Well, unfortunately, I said at the start of the stream this race will answer a few questions. It didn't, because we didn't watch all of it. But if everything works fine tomorrow, I will be streaming the Americas series. And the attendance in there has actually been pretty good in the past couple of weeks. So hopefully we'll get a nice, clean stream in there. We get a good look at this circuit. Because I'm really intrigued by this track. We saw early on that we had these long trains forming. And I think Alex Pato in the comment section mentioned earlier, DRS is going to be the really important thing. And after a few laps I noticed that. Because you get these long trains that form, and if you break out of those trains, you're in a lot of trouble. You need to stay clumped together as best you can. It's a bit like pack racing in NASCAR. But no, hopefully everything goes smoother tomorrow for the American series. I hope. I never truly know though. But I think with everything done and dusted, and with me with a colossal headache, we can finally end the stream. As I mentioned, we have America Series tomorrow, or later today if you're over in the Americas, of course. But throughout the week, we'll still have plenty of racing to come here on Race Spec Esports. But for Pacific Tier 1, we'll have to wait until next Tuesday. Until then, I've been Lane Everingham. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you for round 15, the final round of the championship at Autodromo José Carlos Pache for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Hope to see you all there, but until then, it's goodbye.